Hi everyone, how are you? I hope your day is fine and maybe evening. I don't know where you're from, but today we'll talk about troll and bot networks and how to detect them and how to monitor narratives and identify these troll and bot farms. Uh, well, let me share my screen. Can you see it? Yes. So very important disclaimer. This presentation, as probably half of my presentations, is prepared with in assistance with Claude AI and Gamma AI, but all this information based on my archives, on my notes, and so on and so on, and all this data was verified and fixed and actualized by me this April. So, few words about me. My name is Pavel Bannikov. I'm a fact checker with 20 years in fact checking, center and trainer. And now I work as a methodology section editor at Praverna Media and as chief product officer at Tesari AI. So, if you have after this presentation, if you have any questions that connected with my expertise, you can ask them, and I will try to answer you if it lies in the field of my competentions, excuse me. So, first of all, before we will talk about monitor and tracking narratives, we have to talk about operational security. It's very important, and anonymity is matters. It's part of your professional higiene. Your IP, your device fingerprint, your account history are linked to you, to your browser, to your device, and it could be traced. And sometimes it is dangerous because sometimes you don't want to be identified, especially when you work not with pure open spaces in social networks, but for example, in closed groups, in closed chats, yes, and it could be dangerous for your research, and it could be dangerous for you personally because if you work with information manipulation, with interference, with some actors, with narratives that are spreaded by radical groups, you can be harassed online and even offline if someone will know that it is definitely you hiding behind this account on Telegram, on Facebook, on Instagram, and so on and so on and so on. So I'll talk about it shortly. You have to use different, if you don't know what the VM is, virtual machine, if you don't familiar with Unixes, you have to use at least a dedicated browser or browser profile for your research, for your work online. And of course, you should connect through VPN and probably even Tor if you need it, especially when you work with dark web. Yeah, we won't talk about dark web here, but maybe you need some information from dark web, so you store them. Uh, you should use sock puppets. Don't use your own account on Telegram or any other social network to your research. Never link your personal email. Create different emails. You probably have to create two or three sock puppets for different networks. Yeah, and you have to create two or three new emails, new clear emails before, and these emails should not be connected to you anyway. They shouldn't contain your personal data, such like your usual nickname or your name or surname and so on. So if you can get full information without logging in to the social network, it is very good for you. Do it this way. And of course, you probably want to hide your fingerprint, your digital fingerprint. And you can use not only dedicated browser or even dedicated device or Tails OS. I'll send you this presentation after our webinar, and you will find all the links here. For example, for hide your IP, for hide your device, you can use user agent switcher. It is a very simple extension for your Chrome browser or for your Firefox browser. So there are three ways how you can monitor and interact with social media data and with users in the social network you are researching. Yeah, you can monitor it passively. Don't leave any comments, any likes, don't join any groups. You can engage, so you can join some groups, but don't leave any traces in these groups. And you can use deep access to join to the very close community. I don't recommend it if you doesn't work with I know anti-human trafficking on or anti-drug trafficking, and I don't recommend this tire for scientific research. Just use monitoring and some kind of engagement, not deep access. And of course, you should never share your information or communicate with investigation accounts unless you are a journalist and you have to provide to your readers, to your audience, an answer from the suspected target. Yeah. I don't want to talk a lot about operational security here because we don't have much time. So you will have this presentation and a link to a free OPSEC training by Aidan Rainey. It's a very good 45 minutes training, and you will learn anything about OPSEC basics with this training. Okay, let's go to our threat landscape. What happened in the last 5 years and where we are, yeah, where we are now in this actual moment. Before 2020, content farms, bot farms, troll farms relied on human labor. There were a lot of people, maybe dozens of people, who sat in the office and produced text, images, or fake videos, and they have to spend a lot of time, and it was very, very hard and time spending, but the quality was low because they had to produce, for example, 20 text and images for a day. Only 10 people is engaged in this production. So the quality was low and detection was easy. And the quality, not only quality was low, but all these texts were similar. Yes, because they create one text and spread it to the different social networks as it is. Yes, you can just take a part of this text and Google it and find all these pieces of content in different social networks in different accounts. But in 2023, something went wrong. Of course, something went good because now we have LLMs, we have chatbots, we have an AI assistants, and we can use it in our research. We can use it on a daily basis, and even we can use it free. It's not a very good option, as I think, to use chatbots for free. But if you're free to do it this way, yeah. So, but when LLMs appeared, content generation became very easy and very cheap, and the cost floor has collapsed. Now you can just use 2 or 3 people in the office, and they can produce, and they will use 3 LLMs, one for text and another for images, and the third one for videos, and they can create tons of content. They can create hundreds of texts, hundreds of commentaries, and hundreds of images, and maybe dozens of videos. Uh, and it's not easy to detect it because now you can, what was before? Yes, the person wrote a text, a disinformation text, and posted it in different social networks without any changes. Now you can ask LLM, ask your chatbot, prepared LLM, pre-trained LLM. Okay, this is a narrative I want to spread. Yes, give me 15 variants of posts that will sell this narrative to the audience. And you get it in 5 minutes, even less. And the case shift that the bottleneck is no longer content production. It's distribution and seeding. And distribution and seeding both could be automated with the same LLM. Yeah. So it's hard to detect it. Of course, old patterns still work, but investigators now must focus on behavioral patterns, not only text quality. And what did not change and what is important for us to research coordinated behavior. Coordination infrastructure still leaves traces. It is timing, forwarding chains, you can see a forwarded message mark, account metadata, and network topology. All this stuff remain observable. And these things are good for us. So, few words about the industrial stack of modern interference operations. There are 5 layers from first to fifth. Yeah, layer 1, content, AI-generated articles, memes, videos, images, and so on and so on. Layer 2, seeding through Telegram channels, wiki groups. Of course, today we are talking about Russian interference. That's why we will talk only about Russian uh, mm, social networks, mostly Russian. Telegram is not only Russian now as a VK, but uh, how does it work? Yeah, with Telegram and VK. Sitting through Telegram channels, Telegram groups, VK groups, with niche forums. This is a step of first amplification. On third layer, laundering. The content reposted to mid-tier accounts, this content translated to other languages and cited by local, maybe small local outlets or websites. And this is a part of information laundromat. Layer 4, mainstreaming. After this content appeared in mid-tier accounts, on local websites, or maybe not only local, but international websites, but not very authoritative websites, yeah, it becomes mainstream. It's amplified and cross-spread by Twitter, X, Facebook, maybe YouTube. It could be even amplified by a very popular person, for example, Elon Musk. As you know, Elon Musk is a very, very special person in his own network X, and he posting disinformation and misinformation very, very often. So you can construct misinformation content and just send it to Elon Musk's account, and probably he will repost it, even with his false. Yes, this is how this disinformation and or misinformation content becomes mainstream. And layer 5, legitimization, because if content became popular, if it became mainstream, there's a big chance that legacy media will turn their attention to this content and will republish it. Doesn't mean that they want to spread misinformation, because often it's just unwritten. And what layers are most interesting for us? Yeah, layer from 2 to 3. Yeah, because there is Telegram, there are social networks. Most investigators focus on layer 4 and 5 because it's more visible. but it's not very interesting because you don't know nothing about origins of the narrative, origins about the content, of origins of images or videos. So we will concentrate on layer 2 and 3 and try to gain layer 1. Yeah, because it's hard to gain layer 1 because it's could be very, very hidden in the internet. It could be anonymous or non-traceable at all. Yeah. We should remember about 3 failure modes of fake content detection. And the first mode is partner log. If you are over-indexed on known signatures of organized um, behavioral or some signatures of disinformation actors like Cyrillic usernames or domain zones or so on and so on. But nowadays, interference operations trying to avoid these signatures and creates new ways to spread misinformation. So don't be biased. And this is the second failure mode. Um, if you see a large Telegram channel with some kind of 500,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean that these subscribers are real. They could be purchased. And you can see that this channel is dead. There's a lot of dead accounts that are subscribed to this channel. But you can find a very small channel with just a few dozen of hundreds subscribers, yeah, about 1,200 subscribers. But this channel is active, and this channel could be a primary source for the information. So uh, always we always have to check the channel activity, how it was growth through the time. Yeah, some kind of like reverse monitoring, and of course confirmation bias. You have your hypothesis, you have your theory, and you are a human. We are all humans, and we always trying to use the data that confirms our hypothesis, and we don't want to work with data that's opposed to our conclusions, opposed to our theories, opposed to our point of views. So don't try to find only the evidence that supports your preformed opinion. Yeah, it's the primary risk. Confirmation bias is a primary risk for every researcher, and it's very important when you research social networks. Some words about inauthentic behavior. Yeah. So you should never use a single signal as evidence. Only when uh, 3 or more signals are connected, then you can go to your conclusions. And what is this signatures of inauthentic behavior in on Telegram or in on other any social network? Temporal clustering, when multiple accounts post the same sheet within uh, 60 seconds or less. Yeah. And what risk we can see here? Not only disinformation networks work this way, because breaking news causes the same organic simultaneity. Forwarding topology. Yeah, we have a star channel and its satellites. Yeah, one source that forwarded but by many, many unrelated accounts. Posting regularity is a signature of the inauthentic behavior too. But you see that posts in the channel are published every 4 hours at the same time, day to day. This is a risk of misinformation account. That account was dedicated to misinformation purposes. But editorial media also post on schedule, so you should divide them. Engagement asymmetry. High views with near zero replies or external citations. That is from our example with 500,000 of subscribers, but no reactions, no comments, no any reports from this channel. Narrative synchronization, identical framing across unrelated accounts. So you can see different accounts with different topics with in different countries maybe, and all of them posted the same content, maybe simultaneously. But what risk we can see here? That's in different communities, shared vocabulary. So if people talk similar to each other, that doesn't mean yet that they are organized, and that can be recognized as a strong signal of inauthentic behavior. And a strong sign is a username clustering. Sequential numbers, common roots, algorithmic strings, for example. My common username is Palpagoda. So if you see usernames Palpagoda11, Palpagoda88, Palpagoda22, Palpagoda 137. It could be a sign of the username clustering of multiple accounts that are driven by the same person or the same group. Always think about false positives and confidence stars. Key false positives risk is a high follower counts, as I said before, new account clusters. So when you can see a lot of accounts are appeared in the network you are interested in, but it could be just immigration. Yeah, Elon Musk said something, and a lot of people decided to switch off their Twitter accounts and move to the Blue Sky or Telegram. Yeah, and language signals. Cyrillic or Russian language is never a signal. Behavior is the signals. You can use your confidence tires. Yeah, tire one possible. You have 1 to 2 signals that we described on the previous slide. Just document it and monitor. Do not publish this information. Tire 2 probable. You have 3 or more than 3 independent signals. So this information is suitable for your internal briefings with some caveats. And tire 3, high confidence. You have multiple signal types. You discovered the network corroboration, and this tire is suitable for your publication. But you have to keep in mind that behavioral confidence is not equal to the attribution to a specific actor, state or group, etc. You should keep these claims separate. Let me show an example. Of course, you know what FIMI is, foreign information manipulation interference. But we have not only FIMI, but DMI, domestic information manipulation and interference. An example, maybe you know that there is a political party in Germany that called Alternative für Deutschland. And this is a far-right party, and they have very, very loud politicians in social network, and they use some conspiracy narratives to gain support from the Germans. And you find that Alternative für Deutschland members started a campaign, information campaign, that is in line with Russian narratives. So Does it mean that this campaign was financed or manipulated from Russia? No, it doesn't, because Alternative für Deutschland have their own interests, have their own politics, their own purposes to inflate their audience. Yeah, uh, and they can use narratives that are used by Russian propaganda, but for their own targets, for their own purposes. So if you can't see a financial track, you can't claim that this narrative spreading was financed or any kind manipulated from Russia. Yeah? So behavioral confidence is not equal to the attribution to a specific actor. Now, the most interesting part, tools. What can you use to monitor, to analyze, and to collect your data from Telegram and some other social networks that are popular in Russia? And first of all, I want to say about Digistat. It's a very good Telegram analytics platform. You can see their subscriber history, post reach. You can see mutual audience. You can see forward track and citation maps and so on and so on. But this instrument is paid. It's not very expensive. So I think you will like it. Let me show you the interface. Interface is in Russian. This is Russian product. And it was built for marketing purposes, but you can use it for research. You can search by keyword or phrase. For example, I don't know, let me Banksy real surname. And you can see the query, the period from, for example, from January to March. Okay, let's use without real. And here are the results. Who is Banksy? You can define geolocation, Russia, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Belarus, and so on and so on and so on. So you will have the channels only from the specific region. You can choose language, Russian, English, Uzbek, Ukrainian, Kazakh, Belarusian, Farsi, Hindi, Chinese, Tamil, and Amhar. And you can choose channels topic. Telegram, business, dark web, design, adult content, and so on and so on and so on. You can use minus words. So if you are familiar with advanced Google search operators, you know that there is one operator that minus words. We don't know to the word, for example, I don't know, Moscow appear in our search. So here are the results without Moscow. We had 23 publications, now we have 22. You can hide deleted content, and you can add the channels that are mentioned in the publication. You can use the best match, you can hide reposts, you can use advanced language. And here is the description of the advanced query language that you can use in TGStat. Very important data, very important information for us that TGStat works as some kind of wayback machine for Telegram. So even if the post was deleted by author, you can find it here. So we can show all deleted posts in your search results. We can analyze channels. We talk about how does the channel growth. Let's take Praverna's channel. And you can analyze the channel's audience. Just tap here, channel statistics, and you can see information about this channel at a glance. You can see information about subscribers and subscribers growth. It is okay. It's just some kind of very, very plain line. But if you can see the modulations on this graphic, it could be the evidence of purchased subscribers. You can see mentions, reposts, Telegram ads. You can analyze the audience. Oh, you can't if you are not the owner of this channel. You can't analyze audience, but you can analyze citing index. How often this channel was cited and by whom. Here was the index, and here is the citing. Yeah. Who are citing the posts from the channel you are investigating? It's very important information for you. And the citing dynamics, and last mentions in the channels. And post reach, median post reach, weekly, monthly, yearly, and for the all time from the channel creation. Engagement. How really deep engaged subscribers of this channel. Views analysis. How many people see the post in this channel? Advertising effectiveness. It's not very interesting for us. Top of publications, it could be interesting. And the publication schedule. You can see the medium number of the publications, monthly, weekly, or yearly. And you can see the time of these publications, at what time they are posted on the channel you are investigating. Very good, very strong search, and it has all Telegram archive from the beginning. So it means archive from 2013, 2014, yes, I think. And with this tool, you can monitor Telegram if you are interested in the specific narrative, specific word, specific mentions of a brand, a person, or the event. You can monitor this with advanced functions of TG-stat. You can see your keyword, best match. You're creating a list of your keywords, and you can monitor it with this tool. And as I said, it's not very expensive for personal use. You have to pay something about $15 monthly. Excuse me. The next tool uh, is Dead Drop by Canadian investigator Nick Bakovich. It looks very similar to Digistat and have some options that are most interesting in Digistat, but it's built by investigator for investigators. In free version, you have some limitations. For example, you can have only 25 results for your request, and you have only 3 free searches daily. But Nick is developing, it isn't beta testing, but Nick is developing uh, a paid version for his Dead Drop platform, and there will be no limits for results or 30-day limit on the free trial. So if you want to check the posts that were posted in last 30 days, you can use this tool, and you can use it not only in simple mode, but in Boolean mode. So you can use operators like and, or, not, and exact phrase. For example, uh, Trump, okay, Trump and Iran and Hope. Let's from let's choose the date. Let it be April 1st and search. And here are the posts that mention Trump and Iran and Pope. You can view it on Telegram. You can go click on these links, or Nick removed this function. Think he moved it in paid option. So there you can download these results as CSV. So the same thing you can do in Digistat. You can download all your results as CSV for further analysis. Simple mode, Boolean mode, and you can investigate specific channel or specific username. And I have 9 searches here for today. Let's investigate my username. No channels found. Okay, let's try to find Pavel Bannikov. Oh, we have to wait for 20 seconds before search again. 20 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe 10, and maybe 5, and let it be. No channels found. Okay, this is a thing for Nick Bakovich to fix. You can use simple mode, but it's not very interesting. Boolean mode is more effective, but you have only 3 Boolean. Well, no, not only 3. We have 10 searches daily, yes, for all the simple Boolean or channel search. For example, let's take our request, Banksy surname, and we'll try to find this information in that drop. And maybe 3 months, yeah, from the first search stand out because we have only a month and this information appeared earlier. So it's not a TG killer, of course, but it have all chances. As I said, the project was started in this March. It's younger than month, maybe, and it is in process of development. But if you want to run a fast check for the narrative that spread it last week or last 2 weeks, it could be very useful for you, especially if you will use Boolean search here. That drop by Nick Bakovic. The next tool is Telegaga. Please, could you tell me in the chat, please send plus or minus, are you familiar with Google custom search engines or Google advanced search operators? Google custom search engines. No one. Okay, let me share some words about Google custom search engines. It's a very interesting platform. Uh, you can program your own search engine. But we'll search the specific website and specific subdomains of this website or specific topics on this website. And it looks like, one moment please, it looks like this, CSE, google.com. And here are my custom search engines. You can create your own. There are a lot of video instructions about how to build your own search engine. So I don't want to waste your time and show it, but Telegaga is a custom search engine made above Google. So you can use it to search Telegram. For example, let's take our Banksy. Let's paste it here. And you can see all results. You can see results from Telegraph. It's a very popular sub-platform that helps you to post long text on Telegram in the instant view regime. You can try to search voice chats, contact, private chats, Telegram bots, and public channels. Yeah. And here are the public channels. You can use, yes. Now we can see, we can be sure that Banksy will appear in our search results. You can use a word or a concrete phrase if we will do it like this way. There will be no information, yes, because it's impossible combination in Russian. So, and you can use a Boolean search here. For example, you can use this kind of requests, biolabs or in Russian or biolabs in English, and Ukraine or Ukraine. And here are the results from different time. You can use most of Google advanced search operators in these research on Telegaga. For example, even if you have to find posts from a period, you can use operators after and before with the date in correct format. Or the next one, you can try to uncover the laundering, information laundering chain. So we will use this option forwarded from. Here we can insert channel name, forwarded from, I don't know, Ukraina.ru. And we can minus another channels, but we don't interested. Forwarded from Ukraina.ru and your request. For example, we want that we want to see Ukraine's president's surname in our results. Forwarded from Ukraina.ru. And here are the results. You can see posts that with award Zelensky in the text that were forwarded from this source, Ukraina.ru. You can print any channel name here. For example, I don't know, TASS. And we can see the messages that were forwarded from TASS. Or RT на русском, Russia Today in Russian. And what is important thing to know about Google custom search engines. In Google search, you are now Google decided to don't show you more than 300 or 400 results for your request, any request in normal Google search. And here you don't have such kind of limitations. You still can see thousands of results that you need. So that's why I use Google Custom Search Engine and very rarely use simple Google search in last 2 years. Telegaga, I recommend it. It's very, very good. And tool that will help you to find information in different social networks. It's very hard to reach information from OK or VK, but it partly solved in open measures. So we have the basic and Boolean search. You don't have advanced search in free mode. And here are the results from for the word QAnon at this timeline. It's from 2023 to 2024. And you can choose the networks you want to analyze. So yeah, what can we see here? Gap, 8kun, 4chan, Bluesky, BitChute, Fediverse, Gap, Getter, LBRI, MeWe, I don't know what it is, Minds. And here are the OK, Odnoklassniki, Russian network. And here is the VK and even Parler and Telegram too. So you can use it to search through Telegram or even through social and even WhatsApp. Interval daily is a key for us. See timeline results. So here's a post about QAnon in this network, timeline on Telegram. So you can uh, think about the popularity of this term, this search query, this narrative you are investigating on Telegram, on VK. You can see the table for VK here. Now it's not very informative. Table view for Telegram. It's more informative. You can see number of posts with this word, and you can download these files. You can download this information as CSV files for your further analysis. The free version not gives you to create actual research. So the data is that provided by the open meters is some kind of archive data. The data appears here in free version after, as I remember, 6 months. But if your investigation is a reverse investigations, you are interested in what happened last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, please feel free to use open measures. You can, as I said, download this data as CSV. Um, you can try to get a demo or full version, but it's not so easy. I sent I think 3 letters to open measures to schedule a demo and had no answer from them. Why? I don't know. But even in free version, it could be useful for you. And one more resource I didn't mention in my presentation is War of Words. This tool was developed in Ukraine to track official government Russian disinformation. And you can track what kind of media you can track here. TV, Telegram, and YouTube. You can use English here. If you prefer, you can use Russian. So TV, Telegram, YouTube, and specific sources. Specific channels. Russia One, First Channel, NTV, телеканал Звезда, TV Star, YouTube, TVC, TV Center, and official Kremlin sources. And all these videos are transcribed and translated, and all the speakers, if they are famous persons, they are marked in these translations. For example, we can here see the full translation of the video from YouTube that was posted on April 1st, and this is Russian lessons with Zakhar Prilepin. Here's the annotation and full text. And we can see that Zakhar Prilepin is not yet recognized here as a person. Let's find something more interesting. Yep, TV Star. And here is the transcription and the translation with the speakers are marked here in the text. You can click on the speaker and know the information about him or her. We can see more, and in New tab, we will see the profile for the speaker and the videos where the speaker appeared. So how can we use it to research Telegram? We don't want TV Zvezda. We want Telegram only, and it will drive us through the videos that are posted on Telegram. Not only videos, sometimes there could be just posts or photos. This tool is developed for analyze videos, not to analyze text, but you can use it, you can still use it to analyze text. And there's a great time range you can use with War of Words. Your start date could be even in 2011. Yeah, you can enter word um, that you are at a topic you're interested in. Okay, let it be COVID. No, let it be biolabs. In Kazakhstan, in my country. You know, this narrative about so-called American biolabs in post-Soviet countries. And here is our sources, Telegram, relevance, date filters for date and time. Yeah, we got it. Yes, and date. Yes, let it be. And biolabs, Kazakhstan on Telegram. Now results, because there I think there was not very much videos with these words. We can choose semantic search, no results. But if we want to analyze television narratives, it will show us that something is broken right now. It's okay, but labs, no, should I think we should remove Telegram, and so we have to choose the channel. Okay, let it be Russia 1, and this is that. Something was broken here. It happens. It's okay. Not every tool, especially if it's free, will work well every day and anytime you want to use this tool. So we have to wait when the developers will fix it. So, and not about Telegram, you can choose not only the TV channel, but a specific program, a specific news blog, and so on and so on. And here is search for Telegram channels. And there are some channels that are recognized as the sources of Russian disinformation. Yeah. For example, Russian Diploma, Post, Margarita Simonyan, Strelkov, Shane, People's Militia of the DPR, Warren Fakes, Pseudo Fact Checkers, sponsored by Russia, and Word. Okay, let it be Zelensky. Ah, end date. We should have to fix end date. And let's fix start date. Yeah. No, it's totally broken right now, but I had to show you this instrument. When it will rise again, you can use it in your researches. Remember about tag limits, yes, rate limits. Uh, for in the beginning, you can try to just that in a free version, but it's very limited for search results, and it have free tier limits. Yeah, no, I think it's about 20 or 30 requests, and then you have to purchase a subscription to teach us that. Telegaga, the drop and operate mirrors are free, but they have their own limitations. So you have to learn how to use all of them if you want to investigate Telegram, and you can use open measures to investigate VK and OK. Uh, why don't we talking about special instruments for VK and OK? Because there are no special instruments for VK and OK. We can use only custom search engines for to search in these social networks. For example, custom search engine that I built for my own purpose and shared it with the community. One moment, please. Here it is. No. And oh, social search. Yes, of course. Uh, Here it is, the search engine that helps you to search through different social networks, including VK and OK. Let's take our request, Banksy surname, and insert it here and start search. We can search internet, we can search by images, and we can see here results from Facebook, OK, LinkedIn, BK, YouTube, Telegram, Yandex.Zan. It's a very popular platform in Russia, and you can use this custom search engine to try to find out how the same narrative was spread through different social networks in different regions, maybe on different languages. This search engine has a Russian interface, but you can use any language to search through this CSE. You can search TikTok, X, Instagram, LiveJournal, Substack, Dvatch, 2CH, and even Kinopoisk, Threads, Blue Sky, and Reddit. And of course, as I said before, you can use all Google operators to search in these custom search engines. For example, we want to search, okay, let it be. Mm, Trump insulted with Pope. Uh, yeah, Trump wrote that Pope is awful in foreign affairs. Yes, let's take this phrase, this concrete phrase, and we have the results with the same phrase. Now we know that this post probably was posted from one primary source, yeah, on Facebook, okay, and this phrase wasn't used on Telegram posts. There, this event was highlighted on Telegram in other formulas, in other way. And here is Telegram. So you can use it too. What about AI? AI is very good for us, not only to analyze data, but sometimes even to monitor data. And tomorrow I will show you how to build your own custom machine to monitor Telegram data and maybe even VK data or OK data, everything what you want and what is searchable by Google or Yandex or any other search engine. And there are two ways to analyze uh, data that you gathered from Telegram or other social networks. The first one is Notebook LM from Google. Notebook LM is a very, very good machine and it's free and you can use it as you want. And its main feature that this machine is not connected to the internet or external database. You can work with your data only, with your data separately, and have it has minimum hallucinations, and you can analyze anything that you want, and you can upload here in one uh, notebook. Yeah, you can create notebook and upload here an equivalent of uh, I don't know, uh, about 100 uh, War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy in just one notebook and analyze it here. So you can create audio versions of your data, video versions, presentations. You can work with it here. Sad, but we had no time to show it right now. But you can play with Notebook LM after if you didn't yet. And the second option is uh, create your own machine on your local machine. Yeah, you can use anything LLM for these purposes. Anything LLM, just download it, and you can use API key from OpenAI, from Perplexity, from Claude AI, Anthropic, from Gemini, and you can use and download open models like Llama or models by Microsoft and other LLM providers. Let me show you the interface of anything LLM briefly. And here it is. You can create new workspace, call it test, and you can set it as you want. You can create your own vector database, you can create your own agents, and you can use different models here. For example, you can use system default model, you can use OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, NVIDIA, LM Studio, Local AI, Together AI, and so on and so on. Mistral, OpenRole, even Grok, if you like it. I don't like it. DeepSeek, and so on and so on and so on. You choose the model you want on the main screen. We can oh, they changed the design. uh let's see what is here. Open settings. Oh, here it is. You can choose LLM, AI providers. You can choose vector database, agent skills, customize your UI or chart. And support anything LLM, of course. Yes, let me find where it is. The list of models. I want to show you the list of models you can use. Oh, they fixed it. So anyway, it's a huge list of models, and you can use If you want to use Gemini, you can use different Geminis, even Nana Banana. So, and how can we use these LLMs? Yeah, we can use them for animal detection to detect specific narratives or repeated claims in different sources, in different channels, in different chats, and so on. We can divide uh, stochastic channels from channels that are involved in network activity. We can find similar channels. We can analyze their descriptions. So detect anomaly and create a picture of the misinformation network. Yeah. And of course, we can use it for bias validation, for our bias validation. So we have some findings, we already have an opinion, and we ready to claim that we have found the network that was controlled by Russia state, that was controlled by Chinese authorities or any other. Russia is not the only country that use FIMI. Most of global players use foreign information manipulation interference, and they grow in their coordinated campaigns in different network, of course. So I concluded something. I have these evidences, and please list me 5 alternative explanations and what evidence would distinguish each. I prefer to use Claude for this validation, but you can use the LLM you are familiar with. Yeah. So, but what we have to remember that LLMs hallucinates, and it's not a bug; it's a feature. They build this way. They have to create a lot of variants of answer to be useful. And that's why they will hallucinate. So never use LLM output as evidence. Use it only as a first resort, your first pass processing layer. And remember that all conclusions must be verified against primary sources, and they must be verified not by LLM but by human being. And that's why you can see you saw this disclaimer on the first page of this presentation that this presentation was generated in assistance with Claude and Gamma, but it was fixed, actualized, and checked by human. So key takeaways and what you can do further. Pre-publish checklists. Always verify your information, your evidence, your claims. Every core claims should be backed by 2 or more independent sources. It's very important, independent sources. State confidence level, how confident you are in your outputs. Declare your confidence tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Remember, yeah, probably could be used. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, and consider what you cannot conclude. Of course, validate your bias. So, run analysis with LLM or with colleague and someone else. Archive, of course, you have to archive all your data and review your outputs, your conclusions. You can ask your colleague to review your report. And of course, you can uh, be clear that and confirm that no one is in danger after your publication. If you use data from, especially if you use data from public channels where people are keeping their names in their accounts, please confirm that no one will be in danger, because it's very dangerous for people in Russia to post some kind of information on Telegram. And if your findings, if you will de-anonymize them, they could have some problems. And please um, give your attention to some uh, institutions, yeah, like Stanford Internet Observatory, Digital Forensic Research Lab, and European DISINFO Lab. They are very, very interesting. And tomorrow we will talk about how to work with real Telegram data, and as I said, we'll build a custom machine to monitor narratives about specific topics.